Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, it's another Wednesday, and today we have the topic of old friends, what to do when they won't talk to you. And this issue is close to me. My mom had some old friends from high school and college, and she wrote to them. And while her high school friends wrote her back and were friendly, her college friends wouldn't talk to her at all. They wouldn't talk to her, they wouldn't write to her. One of them snapped on her, and they were all out of range, out of bounds. They did not want anything more to do with her. And she asked me, what do I do when old friends won't talk to you? Well, there's some subtleties to this question, so I'll try to answer in a subtle manner. First of all, the old saying applies. When other people won't change, you have to be the one that changes. You have to change. And this is a saying that applies very aptly here. Now, how should you change? Should you become a super stalker so you can follow your old friends around? No. No, you should not become a super stalker who follows your old friends around. Should you forgive your friends and move on with your life? Yes. Yes, that is exactly what you should do when you have old friends that won't talk to you. Other people, you can't change them. Sometimes people change, but most of the time people do not change. And so, because people do not change, you have to be the one that changes. You have to move on. So, old friends that won't talk to you. Now, what if your old friends do talk to you? And suppose, well, that's great. They're talking to you. But suppose a problem comes up, like an old rivalry or something that they were holding a grudge against you for in the past. What do you do then? Well, if old friends are holding a grudge against you, all you can do is try to talk it through with them. Try to talk it through and apologize for whatever it was you may have done to cause them to hold a grudge, and just try to work it out with your old friends. And maybe if you come to a resolution, you can be friends again. But the fact of the matter is, most of the time, old grudges stay grudges, and you won't be able to work it out. So just bear that in mind. If old friends are holding grudges against you for whatever reason, they've cherished those grudges a long time, and were just waiting for the day that they could tell you that they were holding a grudge against you. So if that happens, accept it, and move on. That's all you can do, is just move on with your life. If old friends won't talk to you, or if old friends hold grudges, there's not much you can do. Now, the question you may be asking is, why do they not talk to you? Why do they hold grudges? The answer is, we don't know. You don't know unless they tell you why they're not talking to you or why they're holding a grudge. There could be many reasons. Some of the reasons might be because they don't consider college friends good enough friends to talk to, because they just they don't feel very close to their college friends, or they didn't feel like their college friends were worth following up on. That could be the case. That could be one reason. Um, Another reason could be that they're too busy in their lives now, and old friends are just hashtag hash. So they're maybe not interested in you anymore. They've just moved on with their lives and they're not interested anymore. So old friends, if they won't talk to you, then you just have to move on and realize that they're not going to change, so you'll have to change. And forgiveness plays an important role in this process, because if you can forgive them for not talking to you, you're ahead of the game. And they're behind the game because they're holding a grudge or won't talk to you for some other reason. So it's their loss. And you should look at it that way. It's their loss if they won't talk to you. Just move on with your life and be happy and make new friends. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf, and have a terrific week.